Canopy trundle drawers. Trundle drawers are handy, protect all of the fishing rods, fishing reels. Carrier socket set, solar panels, snatch strap down the back. Outdoor shower, all dust proof, waterproof. X Bar for recovery, haven't needed that just yet, but yeah, it'll come. Some handy LightForce work lights. These are great around camp. If anything, could be a little bit too bright at times, but very handy nonetheless. Coming around passenger side, so lithium battery for the dual battery system, keeps the fridge nice and cold. Got some recovery boards in there just to keep them off the roof rack and out of sight. Tie down system works really well, just to hold things back and stop the doors getting dinted. We've got the spare tyre mounted in the cabin just to keep it off the tow ball. Don't really want extra tow ball weight. The caravan we've got has a fairly heavy tow ball weight. So that just keeps that down and keeps it out of sight as well. Got some 12 volt points here, handy for charging the devices and anything off a USB. All of the lights, they're switched off at the minute, but they come on automatically via the sensors here, which has also got an alarm in the cabin. So when you take the handbrake off, if one of these doors is open, it triggers an alarm to let me know not to drive off and rip the door off. Just put the platform rack on. That's been really handy this trip. We've been able to carry surfboards, any sort of dirty gear that we don't want either in the canopy or in the car. Moving through the inside, we did put a Pro Seat upgrade into it, and that was full leather interior, front and back. Nice little bit of luxury. Easy to keep clean with the sand and the beach work, and wipes over nicely. UHF's very handy for communicating with trucks, trying to overtake, even just general safety on the road. It's good to have. Put a cruiser console in, all Australian made, really good gear. Clear views, these have been brilliant. These are the next gen ones, electrics. They're not the power folds, but they do fold in. And then obviously to tow the van, really handy bit of kit. The blind spot one I find really useful. Wanted to step away from the ARB and the TJM bars, and we decided to go with an off-road animal one. These bars have been pretty good and offer good protection in my opinion. I don't think that there's anything lacking there at all. And the LightForce light bar, I like that. I like this big gap here for towing, like plenty of air through the motor. And the LightForce light bar throws plenty of light out and sits nice and slim along that bull bar. So we've got a DC to DC charger here to keep the lithium battery happy, and that's our solar input for it there. Got a solar blanket that sits in the trundle drawer that comes out from time to time. In terms of engine mods, we didn't really do too much. Catch can, Safari, Snorkel. It's got the intercooler on it here, but no upgrade to it. Keeping it stock at the minute for the warranty purposes. The thing's still only done just on 2,000 Ks, 2,500 Ks. Yeah, going to try and just look after that warranty period for a bit longer. We did put a DPF back exhaust on it, and that's around on the passenger side. Comes out just a short one. Nice note to it. Still got good manners. Little bit noisy at times when you want to put the boot into it, but that's what we sort of wanted at the same time. The most important part of this build would have been the Gvm upgrade, without a doubt. Tow the caravan to stay compliant and legal, and that's a real spider web in today's world, because these caravans and these sort of trips are becoming more and more popular with COVID and that sort of thing. So you really need to check out your own circumstances and work out what you can and can't do. So the Gvm upgrade, we went to 4.2 tonne with this, and I was really worried about it being a dual cab ute with leaf springs and that. I thought going to be hard to sort of have a comfortable car, and it's going to be a compromise. What Lovells have put in that has just been perfect. It sits perfectly, sits really nice, rides really nice. The caravan's got 330 kilos of tow ball weight, and it just sits straight down onto the car beautifully. And we are compliant with our towing limits and our towing laws. So it's been a very good addition. It's been comfortable. We did upgrade the tyre size to like a light truck tyre for the Gvm upgrade, and that was all engineered and okayed as well. That was an important upgrade, if not one of the most important upgrades for the build. In terms of towing 3.5 tonne, there's a lot of utes out there who'll do it, but I've always had Toyota Land Cruisers and always thought that the Toyota Land Cruiser was a good option. I worked with Lovells along the way, just in pre-ordering all the components, so as that at the arrival of my ute, Lovells could take it, streamline it, and just build it. And it took probably 3 weeks for them to build them and then hand it back to me. Occasionally I've got a scissor lift I need to tow, or a heavy tool trailer we want to tow. It just had to serve a couple of purposes. The colour was a tough choice. I really loved the graphite, and all the family sort of just said, look, whichever way you go, you go. I went with the sandy taupe and the black sort of theme, and didn't go for the wraparound bull bar and side steps, obviously. Could have gone for a wider side step, but I just didn't really see the need to. I thought what I'll do is I'll get the silver and take it off. I took that off myself, sanded it, prepped it, and coated it with Raptor coat, and it's come up really good. It's not slippery. The aluminium will discolour over the years anyway, so by Raptor coating it, it won't. You probably noticed we also blacked out the flares. They've done that on the 70th anniversary one. I just wanted to do that regardless, you know, just to try and black it out and keep with that theme a bit. These things generate a lot of interest on Facebook and YouTube and that sort of thing for the build price and that sort of thing. Like, a lot of people look at them. I think recommended retail is about 78,000-ish, give or take, depending on your dealer, depending on who you're going with. But then you can't just take it out of the packet and use it. And like everyone, there's a Y62 battle and a 200 series battle. Both cars to tour and tow heavy equipment aren't suitable off the showroom floor. So they all need upgrades and they all need mods. Now this here, yeah, they get up there in the price, but by the time we put the canopy and everything on it, yeah, you're looking at 100 Gs. But in terms of that, that's a lifetime for me to continue with. I can have that, and then I can add the kilometres to it, sell it for a reasonable price at the end of it, and build another one if I want to. I haven't had too much bad feedback about it. Everyone sort of looks at it and smiles, and yeah, down in the street or, you know, at the hardware store or wherever you go to, it tends to get a fair bit of attention. Tows that caravan beautifully, like it sits nicely. So yeah, I couldn't be happier with the end result.